Tonight on SUTV News,
a club on campus is putting in effort to keep you safe.
And SHIP students are fighting pediatric cancer. All that and more right now.
Thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Ian Fitzgerald.
And I'm Zach Salsgiver. On Saturday night, the campus alert system warned students of possible danger after gunfire off campus. And that's when responsible raiders jumped into action. Josh Charles has the details.
The responsible raiders have teamed up with the community to increase security off campus.
But if we can have them all have a protocol that they follow and they know who to contact if anything is to go down, I know there's been instances in the past where gangs have actually come to Frat Row and demanded that they are allowed entrance into these fraternities, and the fraternities can't do much. They're only students. So that's been an issue. But now, what Responsible Raiders have done is through working with Steve and the landlords of the Frat Row area, we actually now got the same security system that's on Richard, which I'm not sure if you're aware of. The vigilant security guards that you see walking up and down Richard, they were not hired through Responsible Raiders, but they were outsourced to the township from Responsible Raiders. And Responsible Raiders actually just got established on Frat Row. So these people that are willing to, they're security guards essentially, they're like the next line of defense other than just students against these people. They have the right means to keep everybody safe.
Shippensburg's police chief, Fred Scott, says students can take steps to keep safe.
Back off. Don't push them. People get cornered. People get sprayed. They do things stupid. Back off. Everybody got a cell phone. Everybody got dial 911. Somebody in there should be dialing 911. And just don't try and take action. Some instances are fortunate if nobody gets shot. Some instances somebody gets killed. Then the person that did it said, I didn't mean to kill him, but that doesn't bring the person back. So I say stay back and don't have a function that you can't control.
Students with questions or concerns can contact the Shippensburg Campus Police at 717-477-1444. For SUTV News, I'm Josh Charles.
Students with questions or concerns can contact the Shippensburg Campus Police at 717-477-7111. Student government plays a bigger role on campus than you might think. Joe Rodriguez has a story.
The student government has been a part of Shippensburg University since 1962. The organization focuses on ensuring student representation on campus. It all starts with President Tracy Moyer and her promise to advocate for students.
I hear the student concerns and then I take it to where it needs to go, whether that be at an administrative level or a committee level. I kind of direct things to where they need to go and really hear just student concerns.
The student government does more than listen to concerns. They act as a resource for students.
It gives an outlet for students to talk to administrative level professionals and staff that maybe they wouldn't have known to have turned to unless they went through student government.
The student government manages a $4 million budget for clubs on campus.
We are in charge of managing your student activity dollars. We are kind of the mouthpiece to administration, so any concerns that students feel, it's our job to bring those to the attention of administration.
Director of Internal Affairs Jordan Back says it's important for students to speak up.
Your voice is heard. You as a student are empowered through us to really invoke the change you want to see.
Jordan got involved last year. His dedication comes from making an impact on campus.
I got involved because I wanted to make a difference. My time here at Shippensburg has been really beneficial to personal growth, and I just want to make sure that happens for everybody here.
The student government is working on new initiatives to get students' voices heard. For SUTV News, I'm Joe Rodriguez.
All students can get involved with student senate committees or run for office.
The SHIP magazine might be unfamiliar to students, but to parents and alumni, it's how they stay informed. Amanda Trevel has the story.
The SHIP magazine publishes 3 times a year, and it takes a lot to get it out.
It's actually a much longer process than people think, and we start with a production meeting that has people from different departments, so alumni has somebody at the table, foundation has somebody at the table, sports and all that, and we brainstorm and collaborate on stories that we feel need to go out. Then we start doing those interviews and putting the stories together. There are several rounds of editing.
The process is pretty long, and perfection is key.
From that point, everything gets uploaded to a printer. We get a final proof to look through, and then that goes through 2 to 3 weeks at the printer, and finally we get a nice printed, clean, beautiful copy in hand.
And more than 65,000 people get the magazine.
Most of those are alumni. Of course, it goes to parents of students, faculty, retired faculty, staff members, and then constituents.
Students can participate in the SHIP magazine in internships. For SUTV News, I'm Amanda Trevel.
The next publication comes out in March. SHIP students are helping fight against pediatric cancer in cold weather style.
21 students who work as local ambassadors make up the Shippensburg campus crew for the Love Your Melon campaign.
Love Your Melon is an apparel brand dedicated to giving a hat to every child with pediatric cancer, as well as supporting nonprofit organizations who lead the fight in pediatric cancer.
Selling a lot has nothing to do with padding the wallet.
We actually get to interact with a family that has a child with cancer, and so we get that personal connection with them and get to hang out and do fun things with them and kind of make their day better.
The Love Your Melon crew will return to the Cub March 1st. For SUTV News, I'm Katie Swigert.
You can visit SUTVnews.com for a link to your Love Your Melon campaign website. SUTV is always looking for new ways to keep students informed.
That's why we are launching a new segment aimed at educating students about life at SU.
Welcome to the first edition of Know Your SHIP. Tonight we take a look at the importance of passwords and how students can make sure their information is secure.
Because so much of who we are and what we do is online and in digital form, protecting information is paramount.
Our identities can be stolen with only 3 pieces of information, and that's our names, our date of birth, and our social security number.
Use caution when providing this information online.
Make sure that the person or the organization that is requesting information actually has a good need for it.
If you do put personal information on the web, use a strong password.
Strong passwords are 8 characters or more. They use a combination of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and special characters.
But a strong password alone isn't a safety guarantee.
It's really important that you use a unique password for each system that you access. And that's so that if if your password from one system gets compromised, then that person doesn't have your password for all their systems.
Even if the passwords seem to be piling up, don't resort to simple methods.
Using Chrome or Safari to manage your passwords is better than not using anything at all. It's certainly better than writing your passwords down on a piece of paper or writing them down on a sticky note.
The most secure solution is using a password management system.
And the other benefit of using a password management tool is that this is what those companies do. They store passwords, they encrypt them, they make sure that they're safe. I'm not saying that Google doesn't do that, but they've got lots of other things that they're concerned about.
You can get a cloud or web-based password management system on Mac or PC. If you have a question you'd like us to answer about college life for Know Your SHIP, leave a comment on our Facebook page or use the hashtag KnowYourShip. That's all for this week. Let's head back to the desk.
When we come back in world news, devastating news for 2 families in Indiana.
And camels in Austria get a winter surprise. Stay tuned. An arrest made in Austria after an offensive impersonation.
Here's your world news.
Pyongyang, brother of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, died under mysterious circumstances earlier this week. Officials report Kim Jong-nam was in a Malaysian airport when he suddenly became ill. His death is suspected to be a homicide by way of poison. Officials have arrested a woman in connection with the murder. Bodies have been uncovered during a search for 2 missing teens in Indiana. Authorities, family members, and neighbors spent hours searching for the teens before making the gruesome discovery. William and German were students at Delphi Middle School. The girls were just 13 years old. An Austrian man was arrested for dressing as Adolf Hitler and then posing for photographs. The man, known as Harold Hitler, donned the dictator's infamous mustache and haircut. Austrian law prohibits any action paying homage to Adolf Hitler. A group of camels were caught enjoying some time in the snow. The camels took a break from their usual sandy habitat to play. The footage of the animals enjoying the winter wonderland comes after a high snowfall in Turkey. That's all for World News. Let's head back to the desk.
With everything from sports to entertainment and even a special Lures performance.
Here's Jamison with this week's Slate Preview.
Thanks, guys. This week, the Slate will have coverage of a doo-wop performance at Lures and of Shippensburg professor Neil Conley's reading tonight at the Spiritual Center. We'll also bring you recaps of this weekend's basketball games and the Vagina Monologues. Make sure to pick up the Slate this Tuesday, and as always, you can check us out anytime online at the Slate Online.
When we come back, find out if warmer days are coming your way.
And the Shippensburg Club is sure to make you laugh.
Get a glimpse of spring weather this weekend.
Yeah, Zach, we might be able to take out the shorts and t-shirts this weekend. Let's see what Katie has to say about that and weather.
With all types of weather hitting Shippensburg this past week, let's hope the sunshine is here to stay. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a low of 24. Friday, mostly sunny despite some afternoon clouds with a high of 46 and a low of 35. In the 5-day, Saturday and Sunday, temperatures will be in the mid-60s with mostly sunny skies. Monday brings us sunshine as well with a high of 61 and a low of 36. Tuesday and Wednesday expect overcast skies with clouds in the morning hours and temperatures around the mid-50s. Get out and enjoy the weather ahead because you never know what Mother Nature might hit us with next. Have a great weekend, and as always, go Raiders.
Welcome to tonight's entertainment. I'm Marina Barnett. Let's get started. A local businessman is standing up for comedy. SUTV's Brendan Leahy tells us more about the Shippensburg Comedy Club.
The room is quiet now, but come Saturday night, the room will be full of laughter. While not a huge market for comedy, Shippensburg has hosted some big names in comedy, and the new Shippensburg Comedy Club paves the way for bringing big names in the future. Club manager Seth Knorr saw the need for more entertainment in the Shippensburg area.
The community's been really receptive. There's just not, a whole lot to do in Shippensburg entertainment-wise other than, like the Lure Center. Occasionally we'll have a show in there, but something specific for comedy.
The club calls the Marriott Hotel home. This weekend, Earl David Reed hits the stage alongside his morning show co-host Nipsey. The two are the hosts of the People's Morning Show on 105.7 The X in Harrisburg. Reed has performed across the country, but is partial to performing in Shippensburg.
Shippensburg Comedy Club, even though new on the scene, could possibly be one of the best comedy clubs out there. Seth Norris set it up perfectly. There's no other entertainment in that area as far as comedy is concerned. In a short time, it's become one of my favorite places to play.
Nipsey says Earl gives audiences and fellow performers a good show.
And every time Earl does a show, after he comes on after me, I feel like I should never try it again.
Tickets for Earl and Nipsey's show this Saturday are sold out. Go to SUTVnews.com for more information about the club. Brendan Leahy, SUTV News.
Student athletes are coming together Sunday night for a good cause called Ship's Got Talent. Shippensburg sports teams are set to compete against each other and get as many votes as they can.
It's going to come in with like a little skit, a dance, sing off, and all the teams are going to go head to head, hoping to raise money for our Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Raffle tickets cost $3 and the event runs from 7 till 10 in the Memorial Auditorium. The Bachelorette is making history, naming its first African-American leading lady. ABC's keeping its promise to add diversity to the franchise, naming current Bachelor contestant Rachel Lindsay with the title. Lindsay's an attorney looking for love. The famous fan favorite made history as the first Black contestant to win a first impression rose on season 21. Now she's back as the Bachelorette this season. The new season premieres May 22nd. That's it for this week's entertainment. Back to the desk.
When we come back in sports, the Lady Raiders extended their win streak to 15.
And a preview of the boxing match this Saturday. Stay tuned.
The Shippensburg women's basketball team faced Mansfield on Saturday in their first annual Play for K game. Matt Kleindins has the highlights.
The Raiders took on the Mansfield Mounties looking to extend their 14-game win streak. Early in the first quarter, Stephanie Nauer starts the Raiders scoring with an easy layup. Colleen Young joined in by nailing this mid-range jumper. Sloppy play quickly became a big storyline as both teams combined for 41 fouls during the game. The Raiders capitalized on their free throws and good post play to extend their halftime lead to 11. In the third quarter, Morgan Griffith made it look easy against the Mounties defense. She scored 14 of her 16 total points in the third quarter to break the game open. Stephanie Nauer also had a great game, scoring 18 points of her own. Their dominating performances guaranteed the team's 15th straight victory. The Lady Raiders beat Mansfield 71-56. For SUTV Sports, I'm Matt Kleindinst.
Victory over Mansfield clinched a first-round bye in the PSAC tournament. Shippensburg men's team followed suit. Zach Salsgiver has the highlights.
Vegas Fieldhouse looking for win number 21. Ship struggled early, but all season it's been live by the 3 or die by the 3. Clay Connors gives the Raiders life from deep. Next possession, MacArthur, 3. Nails it. Ship was on fire from three-point land with 8 first-half threes, giving them a 37-32 lead at the break. Clinging to their playoff hopes, the Mounties are not going down easy. In transition, Andres Capotes with the triple cuts the Raiders' lead to 2. Dustin Sleva closed it out for the Raiders, leading them on a 19-3 run in the final 6 minutes. Sleva finished with a career-high 33 points. Raiders win 81-63, securing the second most wins in program history. For SUTV Sports, I'm Zach Salsgiver.
Both teams host Cheney this Saturday at Hodges Fieldhouse starting at 1 p.m. Saturday morning, the Henderson Gym will be transformed into a boxing arena for the annual Shippensburg Boxing Show. 8 colleges will participate in 17 Ship students will be fighting, including Megan Reeser, the only female on the team. Growing up with karate and jiu-jitsu, Megan brings her own style to the ring. With a record of 1-1, Megan looks to clinch a winning record in the 130-pound match. Buy tickets at the door, $6 for bleachers and $8 for ringside. Sarah Hunt is the PSAC Women's Indoor Track and Field Athlete of the Week and ranks number 9 in the country for her record-breaking triple jump at Bachmel's Golden Invitational.
I was within literally less than an inch of the school record, so I didn't really realize it when I jumped it, but I was pretty excited.
Sarah's triple jump measured 39 feet and 1 1/4 inch, setting a new Shippensburg indoor track record. That's it for sports. Let's head back to the desk.
That's it for SUTV News. I'm Ian Fitzgerald.
And I'm Zach Salsgiver. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram at SUTV News, and check out our website, sutvnews.com.
We'll see you next time.